Hi everyone, welcome back to Tara's Take, or if it's your first time, welcome to the channel. Please hit like and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and get these videos in the algorithm. I appreciate your help with that. So today I've got some Tina papers. I've done some coffee dyeing on some of them, and then some of them I've just done like a print of coffee dye on the back that she always throws into her kit. So I have a little mix of both. And what I wanted to do today was I wanted to create a collage with some of her papers. And then I'm going to use, let's see here, I'm just looking real quick to see what I have here at my desk. I have some thick cardstock. I think I'll use that as my backer. And I'm going to make some collage with Tina's papers, and also I'm going to use some book page. Okay, so let's get started. All you need to join in is some paper, your favorite papers, some book pages, and glue and backer, and you're good to go. So I've never used any of Tina's papers for something like this, so I thought it would be fun because I love working with her stuff, and I love to collage. You know me and my collaging, and I did it the other day, but it's been so long since I've collaged that I thought, you know what, I need some more. So so let's see, I'm deciding which glue I want to use. I had prepped all of my art glitter glues. I did not prep this one, but let's see if I can get it to open up. This is my tacky glue, which I think might be a little bit better. Oops, that's too big a needle. Sorry about that. I think this might be a little bit better for me to use today, so I can kind of sit things down in the way that I need to and not have them move around. With art glitter glue, it's kind of permanent once you sit it down. It's, you know, with tacky glue, you've got that option to kind of move things around a little bit. So I think I'm going to put this one on sideways, and since I have such a straight edge, I'm going to see if I can get that straight as I can, and then I may end up trimming some afterwards. We'll see. Depends on how well I cut my pieces, right? Yep. Okay. And I'm going to use some book pages here. And I decided to make these straight and straight edge, not torn. Depends. Sometimes I do torn. Sometimes I do straight. It really varies for me. I'm trying to think if I've ever mixed it up. I don't really think I have, actually. I think I usually do one or the other. I should probably do one where I do both, huh? That could be fun. I don't recall ever doing both. I'm kind of structured when it comes to my collaging, which is funny considering collaging is so random, but it's not, you know? For me, it's kind of a planned out thing. So I am going to do some overlapping. I always love Tina's collages with her papers, and I thought, you know what, I've got all these beautiful papers here, I'm going to try it. And I'm only going to use a few. I don't want to waste them, you know, and just make, this one's nice. I'm kind of going to cut this down a little bit. Wait, I'm cutting crooked. Here. Get my eyeballs on straight. So how is everybody doing today? I hope you all are good. Today is, you know, I always tell you what day of the week it is. Today is Tuesday of last week for me. And I am just getting up early now I always get up early, but today, you know, this last week started our really early days because of Cordy's work, of course, being outside. He goes really early during the summer. And even though today is April 30th, although it's barely, you know, a day into, I think I'll take that up a little bit. Although it's barely a day into before May, we're already pretty hot here. I have the AC on. Yeah, so, you know, it's Arizona. I don't know about where you guys are. How's the weather where you are? We're in the 90s, so. Let's see, I kind of want that balloon, so I'm thinking, how do I want to cut this? Yeah, we're up in the 90s, and this weekend we're supposed to hit 99. Yeah, so we're already headed to the triple digits. Fun stuff. That's Arizona for you. It's like this every year, you know. It may come a little later some years, but it always gets here. So it's just the way it is. Now I am gonna grab another book page. Let's see. Let's do some of that lovely German paper that Laura gave me. Do I have any cut? I'm just looking real quick to see if I have any pieces of it. I don't want to waste. Oh, you know what I did the other day, actually? Let me see. I tore a bunch of pieces of paper, and I tore them evenly with a ruler, so they have a bit of an edge, but not, you know, just a bit of rough edge. Not so much. I think I'll put a piece over here. She's so sweet. She has, I guess, a big book, and told me to let her know if I ever need any more. Thank you, my love. I appreciate it. I know she's probably going to be listening to this eventually, so. She also posted to our Facebook group that if anyone else needed any, to let her know, because she would gladly share. Isn't that kind of her? Let's see here. So I think I'm going to do one more piece. Let's see, I'm going to use one more piece out of these beautiful papers to cut into. Maybe I'll mix in some from the other kit. I've got a couple of kits here. I'm hesitant to cut that piece. I like it. It's not like I can't print it again, right? I know, I'm silly. I just love certain pieces. Oh, this one's cute. I like this piece. Yeah. So that's good. I love these flowers. So beautiful. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it after I'm done. I may try to decide if I want to. I think I kind of want it here. I like this spot right here. I'm trying to decide if I want to make it into journal cards or tags or what. I honestly could not decide what I wanted to do today, but I wanted to do some crafting, so I thought, well, I'll do something that I like doing, you know, because I really wasn't sure of what I was in the mood to do. You know what I mean? Do you ever get like that? You feel like you're just not sure about what you're feeling? That's how I was feeling this morning. I'm getting up so early, I'm a little bit headachy. I woke up at, let's see, yesterday we woke up at 2:15. Today we woke up at I woke up at 1:55 a.m., so that's fun. So that's why I'm a little bit tired now. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning, so I could probably take a nap. I'm getting old. I've been thinking more and more about taking naps during the day. I don't do it very often. Cordy teases me that I'm the like the Energizer Bunny. Let's go ahead and let's see. I think I'll put this in the corner over here. Yeah. Yeah, he teases me and says I'm his Energizer Bunny because I don't hardly ever take naps, and I get up early and yeah. Oh, I'm messy with this glue. Okay. I love these colors, the mint, kind of minty green, and then the pink. Oh, so pretty. We'll do a little bit of trimming on the edges of this, but I'm trying to bring it as close up as I can so I don't have to do too much, you know. Let's see. I want to get those ladies in there. That's very crooked, Miss Tara. Stop it. I'm looking at just how crooked I cut that right now. I think I'll put them like that. Yep. So, let's see. I'm trying to think. So we didn't go to church on Sunday because, well, they were having baptisms, but I broke my tooth. I think I told you guys. And so when I thought I didn't think Pastor was going to preach. I was thinking they were doing baptisms because we usually do the service is usually focused around the baptisms. Turns out they did them totally different this time. I was so bummed. We actually missed service because, well, I wanted to stay home anyway. I was kind of embarrassed. My tooth looks kind of bad. So I was like, you know, so we stayed home. And then I felt bad because it turned out they changed the way that they were doing it. And they had like a summer family get together after the 11 o'clock outside and did, you know, like food trucks and just all kinds of fun, random stuff like that. And they did the baptisms out on the front porch of the church. And they normally do them in the sanctuary. I was bummed. Me and him both were like, oh, man. I said, of all weeks for me to have my tooth like this, because otherwise we wouldn't even have hesitated to go. I just kind of thought, well, you know, it's okay if I miss this one time, you know. Yeah, well, we ended up missing the fun. So I was bummed because of my silly tooth. So I have an appointment to go get it fixed on Thursday, but I don't yet have a ride there. I tried to get my insurance to pay for a ride, but because it's for a dentist appointment and not for a doctor's appointment, they don't cover rides for that. So I have to figure something out. We'll see. It'll work out though. I know everything will work out. That almost fits perfect if it were cut just a little bit straighter. Yeah, so that's my, oh, I'll use this one since I have. That's my fun I'm dealing with right now, but you know, stuff like that happens, you know what I mean? And so that's just the way it is. You know, you break a tooth once in a while. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. I think I'm thinking about it way too much. Let me grab another piece of paper and see if I can have something fit a little bit better in there. Let's see here. I just went in and tore a bunch of papers out of book pages the other day so I'd have some kind of ready to use. I don't want to use a music page. So yeah, that's why I have all these, because I just thought it would be nice to have them ready. That's perfect. There we go. To have them ready to go. Especially when I do videos, you know, because then I'm always having to tear down and cut the paper as I go, and this kind of I thought would be better for me later if I do videos with book pages again. I could use them, and now yay, here we are using them. Praise God. That is literally almost perfect. There we go. Okay. Right. Let's see here. Just looking to see which ones I want to use. Wonder if how this would fit on the bottom here. Could trim it off, huh? Just kind of cut around that. I think I like that. I'm going to go for it. I don't need glue on the whole thing because some of that's going to be hanging over the edge. So, let's see. See how I did. Guessing my spot. Just pulling it over a little bit. Let's see. Oh, I did pretty good. Look at that. Just need a little tiny bit of glue here on this corner. There we go. So I'm thinking about making a journal. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to do I'm doing a folio with my members channel, part of the channel, and then I was thinking, do we want to do like a regular like a hardback? I was thinking of a hardback with maybe a collage cover. I haven't done a collage cover in a long time, and those are really pretty. If you haven't ever done one, they are a lot of fun. I'm just trimming because this paper's super old and really brittle, and when I tore it, it tore with very jagged edges, so I think I'll maybe I'll put it up in this corner here. It's almost perfect. It's just shy on the height, doggone it. Let's see. Have one just a little bit taller. I'm not sure what that book was, but I'm seeing some kind of weird phrases in it and words. It's kind of, maybe I won't use it. I'm not even sure what I tore those pages from, what book that was from. Let's do one more. Let's see if we can make, this would maybe fit. Oh, yay, there we go. That'll fit in the corner. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on this corner and then trim off what I don't use and keep it. I might even bring it down a little bit so that it's over there. Okay. There we go. It's just about right. There's a little tiny bit of white here, but I can trim that when I cut this paper off the edge. There we go. And let me see. How about this piece like that? And then we'll find a couple of skinny strips. Yeah, it's rare that I do like use background pages for a collage. I thought it would be kind of fun to see what I ended up with. And I know, you know, with Tina's papers, you just really, you can't go wrong. You know what I mean? They're so beautiful that you're going to end up with a pretty product when it's all said and done, just because her designs are so gorgeous. There we go. And then let's do, we'll do book page here, and then maybe a small piece of something there. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I do have this piece. That might look pretty. Of course, that's off the same, so I don't want to do the same offcut. Maybe, oh, maybe, no, because then I've got green there. What to do? I do love that green. Oh, that minty green. So pretty. Miss Tina, good choice. Okay, let's grab a piece of skinny book page, and I think we're going to try and see if I can find some more of that German paper here, the German writing, which, as I've established, I find lovely. I don't know if I did any pieces tall and thin. I thought I did. There we go. That would look good right there. And then I could have a strip down here. Perfect. I think I'll use this side because it looks older. Maybe some of it will end up showing. We'll see. I have no idea what it says, so if somebody knows what it says, let me know. There we go. Oh, I like how this turned out. Praise God, that's pretty. Now, for the bottom piece, fill the bottom. Is that long enough? If I did it maybe like that, it wouldn't match up as well. Yeah, I'll use it because I don't want to waste it, and it's just right there. It's like the perfect size, so it'll be cut down anyway. Whatever I end up doing, I will end up cutting it down, right? So it doesn't really, it's not going to matter too much. And it doesn't look so much alike now since I moved this over to this side. Oh, that's pretty. All right, let's trim these edges. And this is the side I thought, yeah, I want to trim a little bit in on this corner here. So just a tad because of the fact that there was white showing on my front. I just got a notification from my dentist's office confirming my appointment. On Thursday at 1 o'clock. I don't think I told you guys the reason that I can just go and get my tooth fixed is because I wear dentures. So, in case you didn't know, that's one other thing about me. There. I tell you guys pretty much everything about me. So, yeah. So, because I wear dentures, I broke my front tooth, and they're insured, praise the Lord, so I can get them fixed. I've got 1 year of insurance left on them. I did 4 years when I bought them 3 years ago, so there we go. So there's our first board. What time is it? We've still got time maybe to make another one, huh? Let's do another one with different pages. I'll do one more. How's that? Let's see here. I've got one more board here with me. This time I think I'll start with start with some of my paper instead of So, have you guys ever made a collage board with no base and just built? I don't think I've ever done that with you guys. That is a lot of fun. I think I love doing that with Book Page, and just creating a collage board that has no base to it. So like no hard, no firm base behind it, just the paper. That I like doing. So that might be something fun to do together. It's a bit challenging to do, and I haven't done one in a couple of years, so it'd probably be like relearning it all over again for me. But I think it would be worth it because it is cool to do. So I'm gonna do the corners, and then I think I'll put one in the center, and then maybe I'll build around with the rest of the paper. Hopefully I can get a good result with this. And let's see, what other paper do I have here? I'm not sure what this is, but let's trim. This is pretty uneven in my tearing here. Oops. I'm starting to pack. Technically I haven't packed anything yet, but I have started pulling the pictures off my walls. And that, I think I told you guys, that for me is like, that's the first thing I do when I move into a place, is I hang pictures. I begin hanging pictures. And it just kind of makes me feel like I'm home. And then the first thing I do when I move is I start taking pictures down, because it puts me in the frame of mind that I'm leaving this place. And that just works for my brain. I don't know why, but it just makes me feel better. So that's what I do. I don't know how everybody else does it, but that's my thing. And so yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. I'm kind of just going through the house, taking down all the pictures, piling them up and getting them ready to put into boxes. And I'm trying to think of how I want to begin packing my crafting supplies. And then I've got tons of boxes that I need to go through and throw things away. That's not going to be fun at all. And I'm almost tempted to move with them and then just throw them away once I get into my home. You know what I mean? I'm tempted to just, yeah, I don't know yet. We'll see what I do, but I don't know. I want to pick some different papers for these. So these will be scraps that I'll use for other stuff. And let's see, what do we have here? So I think I want to go, that one's nice. What else do I have? Ooh, that one's pretty. Let's do some dark green this time with some pinks. And those papers are a little thinner. The other papers I was using were cardstock. I'm thinking, do I want to just, probably, you know what? I think I will pull in this page with these because that's from the same kit and those will go well together. So I really like this piece right here. This corner. It's kind of a big chunk. Maybe I'll take the bottom piece off and use it as a filler somewhere if I need it. Try to even this out as much as I can. Okay. Yeah, so Joey's starting a new job, and because, you know, he had to quit, or he had to leave Frito-Lay because it was too much on his leg. Well, now he's gotten a couple of injections for the pain that he was having in his leg, so he's able to, you know, he's been working at, like, doing, like, temp labor until he could find something permanent again. So, but he's still managing the house that he lives in, which is really great. And Maria is still working at the store. She works at a grocery store in the deli. That's a hard job. She does, it's a lot of work, you know. She's a hard little worker. She always was. So, gosh, can you believe it's going to be Mother's Day already? I can't, this year, my goodness. Talk about flying by, you know? Y'all know, I mean, you know, I'm a believer, of course. Everybody here knows that knows me. But man, you know, when the Bible talks about, you know, in the latter days, there's a scripture that talks about the fact that time will go quicker. And I don't know the address of it right now, but, you know, it's the truth. It is. We're seeing time just go by so fast. And it's amazing to me. And I think I'll go up. Yeah, it's amazing to me to see it in action, you know. I'm not sure how much this will, I guess it'll fit okay. Maybe not. Let's see, maybe this piece will fit better. I cut, this one's kind of crooked. I thought I set it down really even, but I didn't. So maybe we'll go up here instead. Yeah. I'm using kind of big pieces for this one. I always have to remind myself, don't worry, you're going to cut this down. It's going to, you know, it's going to look different. Do you have to do that when you do collaging? I do. Because I'm like, oh, it doesn't look right there. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, well, but wait a minute. This isn't even going to be what it looks like. These are all just going to complement each other. They're not a whole. So, yeah. Okay. I definitely want to use some more of this dark. I love this dark green. Oh my goodness. Tina got me hooked on green. You did, girl. If you ever watch this video, you got me hooked on green. Because I just liked it outside, and I liked that my eyes were hazel green. But I never really cared to work with green in my art that much, unless it was for outdoor landscape pictures and stuff. And I never really thought about it, you know, as being one of my favorite colors. But it has become one of my favorite colors. Now, when I was a little girl, I should pull this over some. When I was a little girl, green was one of my favorite colors. It's kind of funny. And then I got older, and I think, you know, blue became my favorite color. Blue was my dad's favorite color, and my dad died when I was 12 years old. And I think that possibly, I'm not sure, but I think my brain may have associated me with that color as being my favorite color because of my daddy. You know what I mean? So, not that I don't love blue, because I do, but I do believe that it's possible that I associated it because of him. I'm going to put a book page piece there. I'm not sure which one. Oh, you know which one. Yeah, let's do that. And I'm just going to do a piece because I do want to put, where'd that big green one go? Did I already? Okay, set that one down. Was it this one? Oh yeah, it was this one I was going to do. So I think I'm going to do like that maybe. This piece is kind of torn right here. So maybe I'll do it. Yeah, like so they overlap. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, I do, and so as I've gotten into this junk journaling thing, it's kind of funny, I've begun to really like colors that I didn't necessarily care for in my business life when I was working in an office, when I wasn't thinking about my art or anything, because you know, pretty much for me, years go by without me working on anything in my art. This is the longest in my whole life, I think, that I've stuck with an activity, junk journaling. Because usually I do it for a little while, like crocheting, I'll do it for a while and then I get tired and I move on to the next thing. And yeah, junk journaling has hooked me. I've been hook, line, and sinker with it for 3 years, which is it's kind of a big deal for me, actually. Yeah, to not get bored. And I think it's simply because there's so many things we can do with junk journaling that it's hard to get bored when, you know, you've got all these different options. So we're just going to bring that. Okay. All right. Now, what do we want to put? I really want more of this. I love this color. I do believe maybe this will go up here. Yep, this looks good to me. That's where it's going to go. I know, I had that other one and then I haven't even used it, have I? I'm stuck on this green and the bright pink stripes. It's so vintage, the stripes and everything. Oh my gosh. Maybe trimming some of that off so it won't matter. Okay, let me grab this piece and see where I can fit some of it in. Let's see here. I like the boot. I like the boot. And that fits right. Does it fit? It's a little bit off. Just the tiniest bit off. Well, how about I grab this boot and make sure it's, you know, over far enough. So I'll just kind of give it a little snip. Well, how about I bend it right there where I know where I can cut it. That is one thing. Tina eyeballs stuff so well. She will be cutting and she'll look at something and she'll be like that, and then she'll cut it and it'll be the right length. It'll be long enough, you know, it'll be wide enough. And I always laugh because I'm so bad about that. It's funny, but I am. So I think I'll put it about right there. I'm still almost too narrow, just shy of almost being too narrow. Okay. All right. So I'm trying to get Cordy to watch a show with me. I've been trying forever. It's on BritBox. And it's Death in Paradise. Oh my gosh, I love that show. If any of you ever seen it, it's funny. It's a good character-driven story all the time, which I love. I love character-driven stories. And then it also, though, they're set in the Caribbean. If you've never seen it, okay. I don't think this will actually match to bring it in out of nowhere. It's set in the Caribbean, and the thing is, it's clean, it's decent. It's not, you would think there would be like a lot of women in bikinis and a lot of nudity or whatever, but it's really not. Surprisingly, it's more you know, based on the mystery and you know, whatever happened in the episode. And then it's really, really built around the characters. And so, yeah, I love that show. So I keep trying to get him to watch it, because every time I get him to watch something that I like, he always ends up liking it. And I always laugh at him, because I'm pretty good at picking shows. And so I think what I'll do is, I think I might go ahead and do a little square right here. And then I think I'm going to put some book page as well. Let me see if I can get this cut correctly and not mess it up. And then maybe put a strip again at the end here of book page. I'm bummed I did this crooked. I'm trying to cover it, but I would have to like cover the whole, those bars, because they're crooked. That side is crooked. If I did that and then a strip, no, that's the same paper. Nope, definitely book page there. Or I could go like, oh, you know what I think I'll do is this way, and then put a strip, like covering right there. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So that way I get those bars covered, because you can see how I glued it down crooked and it doesn't look good. With stuff up against it, and all these straight edges, I don't know, to my eyes it's standing out. So I could be wrong, but I'm gonna go with what I see. So that way at least it looks a little bit straighter. Okay, and then one last piece of book page. We can trim this to there. Okay. Look at me acting like I know how to measure. Okay, so we'll just go along the back here. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay, so we got 2 done, and we did it in 42 minutes. I think that's pretty good for me. I'm a slowpoke when it comes to collaging, so that's not too bad. So there's the second one, and here is our first one. So what do we want to, how do we want to cut these down? I think, should I go ahead and maybe go ahead and use, where's my, I don't know if this is going to spray. I was going to say, I'll just spray the back with some coffee, so I don't have to, and then I can just distress, you know. I told you guys I moved my sewing machine, right? I reorganized. Oh, we need to cut. I forgot. We need to trim. I reorganized my area over here and put my books back on my bookshelf and put my sewing machine back on the desk so that I could use it more readily. So maybe we'll do some sewing today on these. Would that be fun? Of course, I'll do it. I'll pause the video and sew them and then show you guys, because I don't have anywhere to hook up the phone so that you can watch. Sorry about that, I hit the phone. My camera phone, you know, I don't have anywhere to put it. So now this back, I got some glue on this paper from the other day. So I'm thinking that on this one, instead of coffee dyeing it, I may go ahead and glue it down to, glue some paper onto the back of it. They're already really thick because this cardstock is really thick. So I'm thinking that instead I could put some of my really thin brown paper. Yeah, this is from a This is from when I did some work on, oh, that day we did jelly print, I think. That's what these are from, and I got glue on this. I'm going to pause for a sec. I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I'm going to try this. I don't know how well this will work with this paper, but we're going to check it out. I just wanted to cover it with some brown paper, and this is very thin so that it wouldn't be quite so bulky, because this paper is already really bulky. So I think I'm going to do my little trick you haven't seen me do in a long time, which I'm going to undo my glue bottle here. This is just tacky glue. You know, actually I could probably get this to stay down with some matte. Because of the thinness of this, I could probably use some matte medium on this actually. And just spread that out. Oops, I keep bumping the phone, I apologize. I betcha that would even work better than the glue. Let's give it a try, shall we? I don't know. We're gonna give it a try. So we're just gonna spread this out with our glue spreader. It's a little bit messy. I'll have to clean it up, but I'll take that all the way to the edges. It's a little thinner, so I'm hoping that it won't, you know. Here we go. Nope, it's doing what I hoped it wouldn't do, but we'll grab another card. That one's wet. Let me see if I can just push some of this out. This paper's thin, but it's thick enough that it's not ripping, so that's nice. It's not a tissue paper. It's actually for what is it for again? Painters. It's a painter's paper to mask. So, okay, so I got a little bit of it over the edges here. And I'm going to wipe off of my collage. But I'm going to just wipe that off and let that dry. And then I'll trim that edge, okay? And hopefully I didn't make it a mess and mess it up. We'll see. We will see. Let's wipe. I'm going to get a wet cloth here and wipe this up before it has a chance to dry. Okay. And the other one, since I did it with coffee, should be dry enough now, because I just sprayed it on there in a very light coat. Nothing drastic. Okay. And one more up here. All right. There we go. Okay. So here we go. Let's see. Nope, it's fine. It made it bubble just, or like bend just a little bit, because that paper's, you know, I got it wet. But let's cut. We're gonna do a blind. I think I'm gonna use better scissors. Those scissors are, yeah, these are my newer ones. They're a little sharper. Not much. Oh, and I went crooked. Bummer. Okay, I don't want to cut through those ladies. I'm gonna cut it this direction. Okay, and I'm gonna cut this. Probably got part of that balloon on part and part of it on the other. I don't know. So these will be journal cards. What do I got on this? Oh, they were the ladies. I bet I cut them in half, didn't I? I bet you I did. I cut the tops of their heads off. I knew it. I knew I'd mess something up. Well, I'm going to do this one like this, because I don't want to cut the balloon in half and mess it up too, so that's okay. Sorry, I messed up the surprise, but I knew I was going to do it wrong. This paper is really, really thick, so it's going to make some really durable, nice, strong journal cards here. Let's see. Let me grab my little corner makers and turn these into something pretty. When I make these handmade journal cards like this, I have to do something with the corners, otherwise they just don't look right to me. You know what I mean? So, me and my little punches, that's just, I love them. Okay, so, let's see. So we have this one with the balloon. I'm going to go ahead and take this edge off. This will be a tag, I think. I'm really cutting crooked here. It's because the paper is so thick. It's hard for me to cut it right. There. Let me grab my tag card here. Let's use this one. If you're new, this is just an old store card, and I cut different size corners off of each one, and I use them for different size tags. So it's a template, and that way you don't mess up your corners. See? And I'm going to go ahead and do a little corner on the bottom of the tag because I like that. Like I said, I think it just finishes off these handmade ones nicely and makes it look finished to me. I don't know. Now, let's see about this guy. How bad did I mess this up? It's pretty crooked. So we're gonna and because I used such a thick paper for the backing, I can't, you know, I couldn't use these like these collage pages for anything besides ephemera, because it's just, they're too strong, they're too durable the way they are. Okay, so I'm going to do a little different on this. I'm going to do some little straight corners. So that's got a little different, almost like a little ticket, but it's big, like a big ticket. Look. And this one is really screwed up because I cut off their heads. I'm so upset I cut the ladies up. Dadgummit. That is a bummer. Now this piece I will probably use as either a journal card or like a small pocket. It could be a small pocket. How's this one drawing? I've got my bubbles here. That's a bummer, but I kind of thought I just wanted to give it a try. It'll be okay. Okay, so let's do pretties again. Or on this one, let's do these little guys. Totally like a ticket. I love having this punch because now when I have fussy cut tickets from a kit, I can just grab it and use that on the corners of stuff. So much easier than trying to curve my scissors around. These poor ladies, I chopped off their 2 heads. I'm so disappointed I did that. And to straighten this, because it's crooked, I'm going to have to cut more of their heads off. See? Yeah, they're going to be headless. So what I think I'm going to do is cut along here and just toss that part of it because I messed them up. And then figures, my German writing was on there, my German book page was on that part. And then I think what I'll do is do a mini tag. Let's see. Okay. Come on, baby. Oh, no wonder. The paper didn't come out. There we go. Oh, my nails are getting all messed up. Okay. There we go. There. So now I'll have a little tag. And to pretty it up a little bit, we'll do those corners down here. Okay. And the last piece says Paris on the bottom, or on the side, however I want to do it here. It's like that. There we go. So that top looks pretty straight. Okay. Yep, I think that side's good too, so there we go. That's loud, huh? These were such a good deal, though. 3 for $13.99. Punches can be so expensive. There we go. All right. Now, let's see about this baby. I'm going to use my older scissors to cut this. I don't want to get this, because this paper is still tiny bit wet around these edges, so I'll use these old scissors to get this off of here. Oops, it's coming up a little bit on this corner. I've never tried to use like my mat for anything but gluing down like in my book pages, you know, or in my, to do a collage for like a art journaling or whatever. So yeah, I just thought I'd give it a try. I don't know. It seems like some of it is not sticking, so I'll know for next time to just stick with my glue. Okay. You live, you learn, right? You craft, you learn. It's always a, I don't know, an adventure and an exploration of trying new things, I think. I heard somebody say that in a video, and I agree with her, that, you know, she's like, you know, you're always trying something new. Oh, it was Joy DeFee, and she was saying you're always trying something new, and you never know. Every time it might turn out a little bit different, and it's an adventure, and you got to look at it as fun and not a challenge, you know what I mean? And I agree with her. So I don't want to screw that up, and that's the only part on here that I care about. So I am going to try and cut that so that I don't mess up the boot. Okay. Other than that, I'm going to cut this from behind freestyle and just go for it. I think probably these are going to be 2 tags, I think. I think probably it's sometimes better to use pages that don't have people and pictures and stuff on it, so that you don't feel like you have to worry about how you cut it. You know what I mean? Let's see. How do I want to do this? Let's see. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make a tall journal tag on this one. And then I'll make 2 smaller ones. There. Okay, so there we go. We've got that one, that one, that one. And then, of course, I saved that one for sure. And then these guys and this one. So, cool. What time is it? Oh, we're at an hour, so we're probably not going to get to sew these today. That's okay. We can maybe do another video and do like the decorating and the sewing and all that kind of stuff. We could do that for Friday. This is Wednesday. So we could just finish these off. Yeah. Maybe that's what I'll do. And we'll do some sewing on them. the tall one. I like that. I like tall tags. Because sometimes you do deep pockets, you know what I mean? Do you ever do that in your journals or your folios or whatever? You know, you make a pocket that's kind of deep and you don't, you know, everything gets lost in it. And so sometimes I like to just have tall, large tags that will stand up, or cards that will stand up outside of that thing. And let's see, which way do I want this? I think I want it like this. Tag. So now you guys can see, you know, how to, I'm going to thin this down just slightly because I've got paper coming up over the edge that's just kind of not suited to be there. Anyway, I was going to say, you know, sometimes I know when I first started, and I still love to watch collage videos just to see how someone else does it. It gives me ideas. And so, but I was going to say, when I first started, I made all these collages, and then the whole time afterwards, I was like, they look so pretty. How do I use them? You know, I had no idea how to use them. And I remember the first time I ever saw a video on how to use my collages, I was so excited. I had to go searching. I had to search on YouTube to find how to use collages, and I did find people who had taught us how to use them, because they had absolutely no clue. And so yeah, it's fun to get to learn how to use these things that you create, right? Or to see different ways. Oops, oh, that bent. Oh, that's a bummer. It's very thick right there. Not really sure why. It's the same paper on all sides, but there we go. Ooh, that is loud. Sorry, guys. It's a good punch, but you can tell how thick that paper is, huh? There's that. And then this one, I think actually, instead of a card, I think I'll make it into a bigger tag. So let's go ahead and grab my, should I use this one? Maybe make it a little taller. Okay. Yeah, there we go. And then if you're using a card like this, you just flip it over and you've got your side. There you go. Nice big fat, oh, that one looks nice. I like that, that looks pretty. And one last card, and I'm gonna make this a card. These edges are rough, so. Okay, and then I am gonna cut up this side because this one, oops, maybe a little bit more. This paper is like just that edge coming over. It doesn't really look good right there. Okay, so this will be kind of a tallish journal card. Come on, baby. There we go. And then we'll be done. In the next video, we will come on now, get in there. In the next video, we will distress these. Do I have paper stuck in there? This piece just doesn't want to quite curve up onto there. It doesn't look like it's stuck. That stinks. It's not wanting to go in there. I don't understand why. There we go. It went in from that side for whatever reason. That was weird. Anyway, what I was going to say is we'll distress and decorate, and maybe we'll do some sewing on these and make these into some fine ephemera for us to use for our journal. I do think I'm going to start a new journal pretty soon here, and so I haven't done one in a minute with you guys, so yep. Okay, so there we go, you guys. There's our fun collage ephemera with Tina's design team papers that I was sent for the month of April, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll be getting some new papers here for May, and you know, it's already May, but these are from, I just wanted to use these again because I already did one video with them and I wanted to do a second video, so I went ahead and did this a little bit late, but that's okay because I just wanted to play with the paper because they're gorgeous. There we go. That looks better. That's more even. So I will see you guys in the next video. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel, and join me Friday and we'll decorate and have some fun with these, okay? I love you guys. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.